Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this two-piece flared pants with crop top. It's quite easy to make, and you'll be needing about 4 to 5 yards of Ankara fabric to make this. And this beautiful Ankara was gotten from my new fabric store on Instagram at @mayowaoye_. You can also get yours from there by tapping the link in the description box or checking out my Instagram page. Now let's head right into the tutorial for today. So for today's two-piece crop top and flared pants, the first thing I'm going to be doing, we're going to be starting first with drafting the top. The top is pretty easy, so all you have to do is just to get your basic bodice pattern. This is it. So now the first thing you're going to do is to measure how long you want your crop top to be. So basically crop top shouldn't be more than 16 inches, like the length shouldn't be more than 16 inches mostly. So this is going to be the full length of my crop top, this waistline right here. And again, just so that it is not straight, the crop top is just like straight here, I'm going to curve it up just a bit around this side. So at the midpoint here, I'm just going to go up here by ½ inch. Then I'm going to use my French curve to draw a curved line from here back to my waist here. So this is what your crop top is going to look like at the waist here. So for the back, we can't have the back looking like this, because if you have the back curving this way, it's going to look jumpy. So at the midpoint here, just like I raised this up by half inch, I'm going to go down by 1 inch or 1½ inches instead. From my waist here, at the midpoint of my waist here, I'm going to go down by 1½ inches. So, and this is that here. So yeah, for the front, raise it up from your waist level here, raise it up by ½ inch, then you draw a curved line back to this point. And then for the back, I'm going to go down from the waist by 1½ inches, and this is it here. So I'm going to draw a curved line back to the waist again. So, and that's that. So I hope you got the drift and you can see what I just did. So this is the front, curved line of the front, curved line of the back, and that's basically it. So yeah, this is my neckline. I'm not going to do anything to this neckline because I want it as a basic neckline. But if you want your neckline wider, you can decide to like modify your neckline and make it wider. But for me, I just want the neckline like this. This is my front neckline, this is my back neckline. So all I'm just going to do now is to trace my back pattern out of this. So everything I modified for the back pattern, I'll trace it out of this, and everything I modified for the front pattern, I'm going to trace it out of this, and then I'm going to cut on my fabric. So that's just basically how to get the crop top of your bodice. And this is what my traced out front pattern is going to look like. So yeah, this is the hem right here. This is the part we curved up for the front right here. So, and this is the back. This is my zip allowance side for the back. This is my dart and the curved piece down here. So this is the pencil line. You can see the pencil line for the back. So yeah, all I have to do now is to just cut it out of my fabric now. I already added in my allowance, ½ inch here, ½ inch here, ¼ inch here, 1 inch here, and 1 inch at the hem. So once you are done cutting and you want to sew, we are not going to be sewing this dart. This dart is needed to just make the blouse free. So we are not going to sew the dart. So the dart space is what is going to make the blouse free and not tight onto the body. So yeah, that's basically it for the blouse. So now I'm just going to show you a short illustration of how to modify a basic sleeve to get your the type of sleeve, the A-line type of sleeve that we are working on today, that we are using today. Once you are done modifying your basic sleeve like I just showed you, this is what your pattern is going to look like. So this is my front, this arm side here goes to the front, and this arm side here goes to the back of my blouse. So yeah, that's basically how to draft the blouse. So now let's move on to the flared trouser of the two-piece. So to draft the flared pants, you're going to need your basic trouser pattern, and this is mine right here. This is the one for the front, and then I'll be showing you the one also for the back. To draft this, please check out my previous tutorial on how to draft a basic trouser blouse. So the video should be right on top of your screen, and if it's not there, that is the link rather. If it's not there, please check for it in the description box down below. So this is the front of my basic trouser pattern, and this is the back. So if you look at it clearly, you would see that the two patterns are different. That is the pattern of the back and the pattern of the front. They are different. The dart is different, and then the crotch here, the back crotch also is different from the front crotch. So that is why you need to check out that basic trouser tutorial so that you can know how to achieve all of this. So now let's head into the tutorial proper. So I'll be starting with my front. So this is my dart line, and then I'm also going to be drawing other slash lines into this together with my dart line. So I'm going to draw another slash line here, and then I'm going to draw another slash line here. And that's that for the slash lines. So the next thing will be for me to come to the hem. So this is the hem of my trouser. So at this point, I'm going to extend it out just a bit. Maybe you can extend it by 1 or 1.5 inches, and then you do the same also here. So from this new point here, I'm going to draw a straight line all the way to my hip level. So this is the hip level of my trouser. This is the crotch depth level. And then for this one, for this second one, this one you connect straight to your hip level. This one I'm going to connect to my crotch depth level here. And that's it for that. So now I'm going to cut open my dart line. I'm going to cut open this line all the way to the hem. I'll stop here. I won't cut it all the way up here. I'll stop here. But before doing that, you can first add your allowance to the hem. So 1 inch allowance, so that when we spread this, you don't have to bother about adding allowance again. So now that I've slashed this open, so I'm going to cut my dart. Now that I've slashed this one open, I'm going to slash my dart here all the way here, but not through. So I'm going to move this line, I'm going to move it on top here. So by the time I move it, it automatically opens up this part. So I hope you got the drift. And now we have our flare. So you can leave it like this if you don't have enough fabric. So just to make sure that is like extra wide, I'm now going to slash the lines we drew in earlier. So I'm going to slash this all the way to my waist, but not through. So you leave like maybe a quarter away from your waist, and then you slash again this one, and then we're going to spread that also open, and that will be all for our flared pants. That is the front of our flared pants. So, and this is it cut out. So all I have to do now is to just place a blank piece of paper underneath this, and then I'm going to spread it out accordingly. So yeah, that's basically everything you have to do. So everything we did for this front piece, you also do the same for the back piece. You extend the side of your back piece, slash open your drawing slash lines, slash open your darts, and then close your darts and spread this open. So yeah, that's basically it. So I already added my allowance to this, 1/2 inch here, 1 inch here, 1/2 inch for the crotch, and 1/2 inch for this part also. And so these are my cut out pieces. This is the front, this is the front trouser piece, this is 2, so, and this is the back trouser piece. So this is my band, this is the band, waistband for the front. So I'm going to fold it this way and attach to the front of my pants, and this is the This is the back. This is the waistband for the back. So this is exactly 2.5 inches on fold. 2.5 inches on fold. So yeah, and the waistband will be according to your waist measurements, and then you add 1 inch sewing allowance or 2 inches sewing allowance, 1 inch here, 1 inch here, so for both sides. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm going to iron on interfacing onto this, so you can iron your interfacing onto your waistband just to stabilize it and make it easier for you to sew, and then you do it for this one too. Then now we're going to move right side to sewing this. So to sew this, this is one side of my back piece. I'm going to pick up the other side of my back piece. So this is it. I'm going to place it right sides together like this, and then I'm going to sew it by 1/2 inch. Make sure it's all aligned. So you're going to sew it by 1/2 inch at the crotch here, and then you also do the same also for the front. You pick the 2 front pieces and then you sew also at the crotch. So when you are done, you sew by 1/2 inch. That is the 1/2 inch allowance we added. So when you are done doing that, you iron it and then you open this up, and then I'm going to place the front and the back together at the crotch line. And so, but I'm going to show you how to sew it, so you can watch me sew it. So but the first thing I'm going to do right now is to sew the back crotch together, right side together, and then also sew the front crotch together, right side together. So after that, I'm going to show you the next thing to do. I'm going to place this is my back piece, and then I'm going to place my front piece. I'm going to place my front piece on top of it, right sides together. So I'll make sure the crotch of the front piece and the crotch of the back piece align right. So this is it. So you make sure it aligns, and then you sew this by 1/2 inch this way, and sew this also. So this also by 1/2 inch also this way. So I hope you got the drift. So now that I'm done with the mid crotch, I'm done sewing it. So open up the seams and then iron it. So I'm going to open up the seams and then I'm going to iron it flat. So once I'm done doing that, I'm then going to align this at the sides. So I'll align it at the sides, and then I'll sew by 1 inch all the way down. Remember to also finish your hem, that is fold the hem of your trouser. Then I'm going to sew by 1 inch at this side and 1 inch at the other side. So please note that the zip is going to be at the side. So when I'm sewing, I'm going to leave like maybe 7 to 8 inches at the side, right here. And that's where I'm going to be attaching my zipper. Then once I'm done attaching my zipper, then I'll be attaching my waistband. So now I'm just going to do I'm just going to iron the crotch now, and then I'm going to iron this midpoint here, and then once I'm done ironing, I'll sew the side. So yeah, and that's pretty much it, guys. Our 2-piece crop top and flared pants. I'm not going to be showing you how to sew the crop top piece of this outfit because it's like really easy and straightforward. So yeah, please tap the subscribe button, guys, tap the like button and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming tutorials when I post them. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.